Good Friday morning, Northeast Ohio. I'm 3 News meteorologist Peyton Domschke. I want to flash you back to yesterday. We had so many storm reports coming into not only our newsroom, but the National Weather Service too. And this is just a smattering of what happened over the past 12 hours for perspective's sake. You can see everything from about down tree limbs to heavy downpours, which could then lead to some flash flooding incidents too, strong winds. And then we also have to talk about the idea of some of that rotation that happened yesterday. We had confirmed spotter footage, not only from obviously out in the surrounding outlying areas of the metro area from about Erie to Huron County for some tornadic activity, but this supercell pushed its way all the way through Northeast Ohio. It truthfully picked up intensity closer to Toledo, and they have some damage there. But this shot itself about 160 miles, and that didn't mean it actually was on the ground for 160 miles. It just means that there was some sort of rotation in the atmosphere. It started to weaken itself as it got through our southern communities for certain, but we had warning after warning through some of our western communities too, and then that pushed through Ashland County, and then it started to ease itself up and break itself apart just a little bit more through Wayne, Holmes, and Tuscarawas County too, and that leads to today. Now, the system as a whole is outbound, but we did get beneficial rainfall out of that system yesterday. The National Weather Service is out there surveying right now, so we'll eventually know the status of the damages and then what those tornadoes could have been rated to, depending upon what damage they find, because obviously they have to go out and see things in the sunlight from today, even though there really isn't much right now with the cloud cover overhead. And that's when they start to put things really into account as to how much we actually had across Northeast Ohio when it comes to damage, number 2 to put to it. But anyways, back to the rainfall as I start to ramble here. We're about 2 to 4 inches when it comes to Erie, Huron, Ashland, Wayne County, some of those bullseye zones for rainfall yesterday. It was coming down in buckets, and this storm was electric too. Our eastern spots from the metro area and pushing toward the Canton and Akron too, maybe an inch or less of rainfall across those spots. And we're still dealing with spotty activity this morning, especially east of downtown Cleveland. Temperatures either in the mid 50s, upper 50s, or close to 60 degrees. But the key here with almost a clean radar sweep, except for a little green that you're seeing on the right side of your screen, is that our dew point temperature almost matches this current temperature, which leads to then some patchy visibility. We had so much moisture present in the atmosphere from yesterday that it's still kind of just stuck here. We are taking on a northerly wind, so it's going to feel very damp and raw outside today, but this continues to become someone else's issue. On the backside of this low, though, we do continue to get unseasonably cool, and we kind of stay there for at least today. We start to recover come tomorrow as the system starts to boot itself east. We start to then change up the wind direction. It's not going to be completely flipped tomorrow, but you get the gist. We're going through the weekend a little bit better than we're going to go through your Friday, and through time we get better on your Friday too. In your National Design on the Hour forecast, things are going to seem rather overcast and gray through the middle of today, and then I think we start to see some peaks of sunshine through the second half of your Friday. Now, is it short-lived? It isn't, because come tomorrow morning, we are full on sunshine. Temperatures lifting very, very quickly through the day. This is 11 a.m. Temperatures are either in the 60s lakeside because of that northerly breeze, or they're close to 70 degrees further inland. It's going to be a beautiful Saturday across Northeast Ohio. You can absolutely get out and do anything that your heart imagines, whether that's outdoor exercise, maybe it's some prep for Father's Day, you're having family and friends come over. When it comes to Saturday as a whole, our temperatures are going to be close to the mid-70 range. So that's still unseasonably cool by about 5 degrees. We should be closer to 80 for mid-June standards, but it's going to be pretty comfortable. Our humidity levels aren't going to be anything crazy thanks to that northerly switch up of the wind. That's obviously a cooling wind direction. And if you're maybe some lucky human, or maybe you're going to both nights, congratulations to you if you scored tickets to 2 nights of Taylor Swift. A lot of you might be traveling this weekend, and I'm pulling this up because our girl T Swizzle is headed to Pittsburgh this weekend, and now most people get into the stadium around probably 7 o'clock, and things set to kick off not too far from that. So I added a few buzzwords into this forecast for you, and that would be some of her song titles. So there's no Midnight Rain being a song title there for tonight's performance of her Eras tour. I think an isolated shower early thanks to that swirling low that is obviously then closer to them. And then for Everything to happen on stage tomorrow, a little enchanted kind of evening, maybe a cardigan needed. That's another one of our song titles, with a little extra sunshine to start everything off. When it comes to your Union Home Mortgage extended forecast, can you tell I like Taylor Swift but won't be in attendance? That's what's going to happen. Father's Day weekend is pretty beautiful across Northeast Ohio. We've got sunshine all weekend long. A few extra clouds may stroll into the picture late Sunday, but for Juneteenth on Monday, 83 degrees, and we kind of hold in the low to mid 80s Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and that leads us right in to the first official day of summer. We're looking even warmer in the long range. Some models hint at potentially the upper 80s next weekend. We'll see if that's legit in the future. We'll keep you posted. In the meantime, have a wonderful Friday and happy early Father's Day to all the dads out there.